Hello and welcome to ILTV's Israel Daily. I'm Aaron Porras, and coming up in today's newscast, the IDF continuing with arrest raids as various Palestinian factions ratcheting up their calls for quote-unquote popular resistance. Meanwhile, online incitement likewise spiking. Israel's Cyber Defense Unit reporting an 800% rise in support for terror in the last month alone. And finally, the Passover holiday beginning this weekend, ILTV joining with Jews across the world for a sneak peek at how the diaspora do. Tensions remaining on high alert on Thursday as Palestinian terror groups ratchet up their incitement to violence ahead of the Jewish and Christian holidays. The IDF then likewise responding with continued raids and arrests across Judea and Samaria and in Israel. And ILTV's Asaf Nissan is here with the details.
Overnight Wednesday and all morning Thursday, the IDF conducting yet another series of arrest raids across the region. Dozens had arrested, many reporting on the verge of committing imminent terror attacks, including the son of the Bethlehem mayor. And an escaped convict from Palestinian prison who has ties to Hamas and is responsible for killing Israeli Malachi Rosenfeld in 2015 as he and his friends were on their way home from a basketball game. Meanwhile, 5 Palestinians killed during clashes with arrest forces, 2 in violent riots in Jenin, apparently including the brother of Ayman Kamaji, one of the prisoners who escaped Israel's Gilboa prison last year before being recaptured, and 3 more near Ramallah and outside Bethlehem. All this as part of continuing IDF operations in the wake of a spree of deadly terror attacks and ahead of many more attacks allegedly planned, particularly as the Jewish holiday of Passover is set to begin. In fact, the Ramallah and Bethlehem municipalities calling for general strikes and increased resistance with Israel, while PA President Abbas' Fatah party calling on Palestinians to go out and confront IDF forces and settlers throughout Judea and Samaria. And then, Hamas in Gaza likewise calling for increased violence while conducting overnight rocket launch tests and repeating spurious claims that the Temple Mount complex under threat of Judaization by Israeli authorities. Hamas leader Yahya Sinwar saying Palestinians must mobilize and prevent Jewish activist activity at the site by any cost, in reference to both Jewish prayer and an extremist Jewish group that is calling for Jews to revive the practice of ritual sacrifice at the location. The Passover holiday begins Friday in the Temple Mount complex, once housing both ancient Jewish temples, but now the Al-Aqsa Mosque sits atop it, and tens of thousands of Muslim worshippers expected to pray there on Friday for Ramadan.
And now with more on the ongoing raids and security operations in Judea and Samaria, former head of the Counterterrorism Bureau, Brigadier General in Reserves, Nitzan Nuriel. Brigadier General, it's great to have you. Thank you so much. Now, recently, we've seen that many imminent terror attacks were reportedly prevented due to last-minute arrest raids. Is this a normal Wednesday night and Thursday morning for the IDF, or are we seeing a true increase in the IDF operations?
It's a normal concept to try to minimize the ability of our enemies to attack us. So the prevention operation concept is something that exists all the time. Recently, they gave us more reasons to look after the bad guys. We have more intelligence because of those prevention arrest operations, and therefore the tempo of those operations all over the West Bank, all over Judah and Samaria, is become A, more effective, and B, almost all over the area.
All right, so how does Israel go about identifying potential terrorists, in advance of their allegedly planned attacks? And do Israelis rather wait to see something concrete, maybe, often within hours of a potential attack? How does that work?
It's a combination between all the security agencies that are collecting information 24/7, and analysts analyze the information, and when they believe that someone is planning to do something because he tweeted or because he spoke with someone or because he said something to someone who works with us, this is the beginning of a process that by the end of that process, we will conduct prevention operation.
To watch full episodes of ILTV's Israel Daily and tons of other content from Israel, visit our website at iltv.tv or download the ILTV Plus app.